السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. انفاذا لمبادرة خادم الحرمين الشريفين الملك سلمان بن عبد العزيز حفظه الله بتقديم منحة مالية إلى وكالة الأمم المتحدة للإغاثة وتشغيل الفلسطينيين في الشرق الأدنى الأونروا، فإن مركز الملك سلمان للإغاثة والأعمال الإنسانية يسعد اليوم بتوقيع اتفاقية مع منظمة الأونروا لإنفاذ هذه المنحة بمبلغ 50 مليون دولار أمريكي، وتهدف هذه المنحة إلى رفع معاناة الشعب الفلسطيني الشقيق، حيث سوف يستفيد منها أكثر من 3 ملايين مواطن فلسطيني في مجالات التعليم والصحة والإغاثة والحماية في كل من قطاع غزة، الضفة الغربية، وكذلك اللاجئين الفلسطينيين في سوريا ولبنان والأردن. وتأتي هذه المبادرة تأكيداً للدور الريادي للمملكة العربية السعودية في دعم الشعب الفلسطيني الشقيق، وحرصاً من خادم الحرمين الشريفين وولي عهده الأمين حفظهم الله على الوقوف مع كل ما يخدم القضية الفلسطينية ويرفع المعاناة عن كاهل الشعب الفلسطيني الكريم، لا سيما وأن المملكة العربية السعودية سبق أن قدمت مساعدات إلى دولة فلسطين بمبالغ تصل إلى 6 مليار و473 مليون و586 ألف و361 دولار أمريكي، منها ما يزيد على 250 مليون دولار إلى وكالة الأونروا. أسأل الله أن يجعل في ذلك كل الخير والنفع والبركة للشعب الفلسطيني الشقيق، وأن يحفظ وطننا الغالي وقيادته الحكيمة وشعبه الوفي. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Supervisor General of the King Salman Center, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, it is a great honor to be here in Riyadh, and I wish to thank you personally for welcoming us today. On this occasion, as we will prepare to sign the agreement that confirms, as you indicated in your statement, the pledge, very generous pledge made at the Arab Summit earlier this year by His Majesty King Salman Abdulaziz Al Saud, custodian of the 2 holy mosques, for which we are immensely grateful, and which sends a message of support and recognition to Palestine refugees who have lived through a particularly anxious year on many fronts, notably in relationship to UNRWA's unprecedented financial crisis this particular year. And so I think the event today, the occasion today, marks another opportunity to underline the importance of the partnership that connects UNRWA and the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. And again, I appreciate this very greatly, because I have to tell you that this contribution by Saudi Arabia, when combined with the contributions that were made by many other donor partners, has allowed us to reduce our shortfall from the unprecedented level of $446 million that we faced as a deficit in January, down to 21 million that we are at now. To go from 446 million deficit to 21, including through your contribution, is a very big collective achievement. And again, I'm very humbled by it, and I want to extend to you and to all those who actively engaged here in Saudi Arabia for this contribution my warmest appreciation and thanks. It is, I think, a particular satisfaction because it underlines the trust that exists in the relationship between Saudi Arabia and the King Salman Center and UNRWA, which means a great deal for us in the work that we carry out. And it is also a message to the entire donor community and the member states of the General Assembly of the United Nations that we have worked tirelessly together this year to overcome this shortfall and send a message of reassurance to 5.4 million Palestine refugees in the West Bank, including East Jerusalem, in the Gaza Strip, in Jordan, Lebanon, and Syria. And for this, again, we are very grateful. I just want to end by saying that in the case of Saudi Arabia specifically, with this signing of the confirmation of the pledge that was made by Saudi Arabia to UNRWA's core services in education, healthcare, relief and social services, and if we add to that the partnership with the Saudi Fund for Development, the overall Saudi contribution will reach, you're expected to reach the second largest donor contribution to UNRWA in 2018. And again, for this, I thank you, and it's a pleasure and honor to be here, Dr. Rabiat. Thank you.
هذه المنحة منحة كبيرة كما استمعتم من السيد بيير. ذكر أن اليوم المملكة العربية السعودية ثاني أكبر مانح لوكالة الأونروا على مستوى العالم في عام 2018، ونحن سوف نقدم هذه المنحة بالكامل إلى وكالة الأونروا. والوكالة هذه وكالة أولا أممية، وكالة مرموقة معروفة بأنها تخدم الشعب الفلسطيني في برامج مهمة جدا، هي التعليم والصحة والحماية. كل هذه البرامج تعنى برفع معاناة الشعب الفلسطيني الشقيق، ولعل الضمان هو الثقة الكبيرة التي نوليها في وكالة الأونروا. ولعل السيد بيير يطلق ملاحظاته. Question is, how are you sure that it will reach those who are in need?
Thank you. I think that's a very legitimate question, first of all, because every donor and country is entitled to be assured how international organizations use the money. And I want to say that two things which are important. One, we have UNRWA works through direct implementation of our programs. So the money that goes to education goes for the teachers who are in our own schools. So this means we have a very good understanding of how the funding is being used, because we do not go through partners and multiple implementing organizations. These are our staff members on the ground, and we know what is being delivered. But of course, it means we have responsibilities, because donors give a lot of money to UNRWA, and we have to make sure that this money is being used appropriately. And I just want to tell you that this year, as part of the collective effort to overcome the shortfall, we also saved $92 million internally through austerity measures, controls on costs, reductions of some of the procedures that we have in place to make sure that we are as efficient and clear in how we organize our operations. That is a message back to the donor community that we also take our own responsibilities very seriously in that regard.
أعتقد الجواب كان واضح، أنه وكالة الأونروا وكالة واضحة جدا. أولا تعمل مباشرة دون وسيط، تصل هذه المساعدات مباشرة للشعب الفلسطيني الشقيق في المجالات التي ذكرت. لدينا مسؤولية لضمان وصول هذه المساعدات، ونعمل على تخفيف التكاليف الداخلية لضمان الاستفادة المثلى من هذه المساعدات لصالح الشعب الفلسطيني. فأنا أعتقد هي رسالة واضحة خلف والأخوة والأخوات. المملكة في أسبوع تقدم منحتين ضخمة جدا، 500 مليون دولار مناصفة مع دولة الإمارات لسد فجوة الغذاء الأسبوع الماضي. اليوم 50 مليون دولار للشعب الفلسطيني، وكما سمعتم المملكة الثاني أكبر مانح لمنظمة أو وكالة الأونروا. هي رسالة واضحة للعالم أن المملكة العربية السعودية حريصة كل الحرص على رفع معاناة الإنسان أينما كان، وبالأخص شعوب المنطقة، سواء كانت في اليمن أو في سوريا أو في فلسطين أو العراق أو أي دولة هي بحاجة لمساعدات المملكة العربية السعودية. المملكة تحرص من خلال المركز على وصول هذه المساعدات لمحتاجيها بانتقاء الشركاء. نحن أولا نعطي في المقدمة منظمات الأمم المتحدة ووكالاتها العريقة المشهود لها بالموثوقية، وكذلك المنظمات والمؤسسات الدولية المعروفة. ومؤسسات المجتمع المدني التي تعمل في تلك المناطق والموثوقة عالميا والتي شهد لها بالمصداقية. أما بالنسبة للإعلام المعادي كما ذكرت في الأسبوع الماضي، المملكة العربية السعودية عندما تساعد الدول هي لا تنظر للإعلام سواء كان المعادي أو المسيس. المملكة العربية السعودية حريصة كل الحرص على رفع معاناة الشعوب في الدول المجاورة وفي الدول الصديقة. حرصها وهم المملكة العربية السعودية هو الإنسان أينما كان، وهذه هي رسالة المملكة العربية السعودية للعالم، أننا مع رفع معاناة الإنسان، وأن أكبر رسالة للإعلام هي مصداقية المملكة العربية السعودية أنها من أكبر المانحين في المساعدات الإنسانية على مستوى العالم.
Yes, I would just to add to Dr. Rabia's points. You asked what is the funding going to support. So we have an education system that UNRWA manages. This is 711 schools across the Middle East, from Aleppo all the way down to Rafah in the Gaza Strip. These are 530,000 boys and girls in our system. In the United States, that would be the third largest school system after Los Angeles and New York. But we run it in areas under conflict, occupation, and blockade. And so we have 22,000 education staff. These are the teachers, like in any of our countries. The education goes through teachers, through education specialists, school principals. And so you can be sure that the money will go to the education of these students. And I can tell you, when we were able to open the school year on time this year, thanks to the mobilization of the donor community, this was a moment of celebration, because Palestinians were very worried, and Palestine refugees were very worried that they might lose a year of education further. And when you see the situation they live in, you realize there is no horizon, there is very little hope for the moment of a political solution. Education is absolutely central. And so the support from Saudi Arabia will play a very important role in sustaining our education. And I could talk to you about our healthcare system, 140 clinics with all of our doctors and nurses that provide for 3 million people a year, primary healthcare, plus other activities we carry out. So I will make sure to reassure you and to give also proper recognition, because Dr. Rabia also mentioned about the fact that you have taken historically a very humble approach in terms of the visibility given to Saudi contributions and others. But you also deserve recognition for the generosity that you show. And one way to recognize your generosity is on our side to make sure that this money is properly spent. And here we will remain in dialogue with you to give the feedbacks on how we do that. This is very important for us. Thank you. There are two big things to say about Gaza this year. One is, it is almost not imaginable, but it is true, that this year, during all of the demonstrations along the fence with separating Gaza from Israel, you have had every Friday demonstrations as part of the great marches. And in the meantime, more people have been injured in relation to these marches than during the 50-day war in Gaza in 2014. And I say this because the 50-day war was a war where you had artillery and airstrikes and everything. Neighborhoods were destroyed. And here we had largely peaceful demonstrations that were met with violence. And you have, and I know because Dr. Rabia's background and his expertise will lead him immediately to see, and that's why your concern is also so strong for our work. There are now hundreds of young Palestinians injured in ways that will have lifelong consequences for them. Amputations, rehabilitation needs. So this adds to the psychological trauma that sits so deep today in the Gaza Strip. So this is the first part. I think in humanitarian terms and in human terms, it needs ongoing, very strong attention. The health system in Gaza is under huge pressure, and UNRWA's primary health system, the basic health care that we provide, is very important in that regard. And then you touched on the issue of the staff. We were forced, because of the very large funding cut from the United States early in the year, $300 million were cut from UNRWA's income. We ran out of money for some of our emergency work, and we had to reduce some of the staff employment. 118 colleagues lost their contracts, and some other had their contracts reduced from full-time to part-time. Now, if you take 118 compared to the 12,500 that we employ in Gaza, it's not a huge number. So we did our best to protect and limit the number of people that would lose their employment. But I have to say that for anyone to lose a job in Gaza, it is a personal disaster, because there's no alternative in employment terms. And because they not only protect their families with this income, but they also guarantee the loans that many other families take in the community. And so, of course, that meant it was very painful to have to take this measure. And while I don't necessarily agree with all the forms of their protests, I certainly have to say that I understand why the staff members were so angry and disappointed at this. But it was not a reflection of a change of strategy by UNRWA. It was a situation that was forced upon us by the major cut from our biggest donor.
يعني بس نوضح ما ذكره السيد بيير بالنسبة للسؤال الأول في أماكن صرف هذه المساعدات. ذكر أن القطاع التعليمي في فلسطين يحوي أكثر من 711 مدرسة وأكثر من 22,000 معلم ومعلمة، وكان هنالك خوف من إيقاف عملية التعليم في هذا العام، ولكن بمساهمة المملكة العربية السعودية الكبيرة استطاعوا استمرار هذا التعليم. وذكر أن المملكة دائما تعمل بصمت، ولكن علينا كذلك كوكالة وكمسؤولين أن نوضح هذا الصمت بأن نعمل بضمان وصول هذه المساعدات لمستحقيها. أما بالنسبة لخفض عدد المعلمين في غزة هذا العام كان بسبب توقف المساعدات الأمريكية، ولكن العدد الذين تم تخفيضهم هم 118 مقارنة ب 12,000. فالحمد لله بوجود الدعم الذي وصل للوكالة وبالأخص الدعم من الملك العربية السعودية استمر عمل هذه الوكالة في ظروف صعبة في قطاع غزة، خصوصا الأحداث التي استغرقت 52 يوم، وكان هنالك مصابين وجرحى. ومع كل هذه التحديات لم نتوقف في مسار التعليم والصحة. المملكة العربية السعودية طبعا لعلي أذكر الرقم المملكة بشكل عام من عام 96 إلى اليوم أكثر من 86 مليار دولار في 79 دولة. هذا رقم ضخم جدا. بالنسبة للمركز وخلال 3 سنوات وصلنا إلى 42 دولة بمبالغ تعدت مليارين دولار، ومشاريع المركز الآن وصلت 482 مشروع، واليوم طبعا مشروع إضافي. فالأرقام في الواقع ضخمة جدا التي تقدمها المملكة العربية السعودية في مجال العمل الإنساني. وأنا أهيب بكل الإعلاميين الاطلاع على منصة المساعدات الإنسانية السعودية التي فيها من الشفافية والدقة والوضوح ما يوضح كل المساعدات التي تقدمها المملكة العربية السعودية لأكثر دول العالم احتياجا بكل حيادية.
Thank you. So I think we've seen a very significant development in Saudi Arabia's role and influence in humanitarian affairs, and I think the establishment of the King Salman Center is a very clear illustration of this. Of course, from an UNRWA perspective, we've had multiple partners inside the kingdom, both the Saudi Fund for Development, the King Salman Center, and that is, I think, a reflection again of Saudi Arabia's commitment to these issues. Not only do you have operations, Dr. Rabia, on many fronts, in many contexts around the world. Of course, UNRWA is focused specifically on the Middle East, but you have partnerships with many other agencies in the United Nations system, in the Red Cross and Red Crescent family, elsewhere, supporting operations in different conflict and crisis zones around the world. So I think this is very significant. In addition, I was very honored this year to join many others and to join you, Dr. Rabia, at the first Riyadh International Humanitarian Forum, which of course is again a sign of the investment that you're making not only in the response, but also in the policy discussions and debates on humanitarian and development issues. And I think these are very important matters also for UNRWA. We benefit greatly from those exchanges because it brings us together with other peer organizations and partners, as well as with the different agencies inside the kingdom. We appreciate that, and certainly we will continue to cooperate closely with you on those different aspects.
عبد الله هو بس يؤكد دور المملكة العربية السعودية دور كبير، دور ريادي، وعمل المملكة في العمل الإنساني ضخم جدا، وأكبر دليل هو إنشاء مركز الملك سلمان للإغاثة والعمل الإنسانية، وكذلك وجود الصندوق السعودي للتنمية. كذلك المملكة لا تعمل فقط مع وكالة الأونروا، هي تعمل مع كل المنظمات الأمم المتحدة والمنظمات الدولية، وتعمل كما ذكر في أكثر من 79 دولة، والمملكة تدعم كل الدول المحتاجة. كما أن المملكة تعدد دورها كمانح بأنها أصبحت شريك، وكذلك يساهم في وضع السياسات وآليات العمل الإنساني. وأكبر دليل استضافة المملكة العربية السعودية لمنتدى الرياض الدولي الإنساني الأول في بداية هذا العام، وما طرح في هذا المنتدى يؤكد الدور الريادي للمملكة العربية السعودية في العمل الإنساني. أعتقد نتوقف هنا. شكرا للأخوة والأخوات الإعلاميين. إذا في لقاءات جانبية مع السيد بيير تفضلوا، لأن عندنا اجتماع سوف يبدأ بعد قليل مع الأخوان.